Where's your phone?
I think it's on the charger.
Can I borrow it? Thank you. Just gonna let people time in. So, well, you gotta wait for people to show up because it ain't like I do notifications.
That's not what I meant. I meant like why you my phone.
Oh, music. That's literally about it. So I'm just waiting for everybody to time in, man. What's up with everybody, man? We gonna cook today. We gonna cook. We gotta hold it down for the NBBC. What's good with everybody? What's up, Black Eye? What's up, Martin? It's been a long time, Martin. Mr. Banner. What's good? What's good, Ruiz? What's popping? We finna cook today, man. I got a lot of stuff. If you tuning into this live, you in for a treat today. Because I'm finna cook on so much today. I'm talking about from Dillian White situation to Tank Davis's training to the biasness on YouTube to like, man, I'm cooking today. So if you tuned in to Boxing Talk 140, 40 Water, you in for a treat today, man. You in for a treat today. Like, I got some stuff to say. Shout out to my man, Two Hands. You know what I'm saying? He busy right now. Got a lot of stuff going on. So, it's only natural that we got to hold it down for my brother Deuce. You know what I'm saying? While he getting his work thing on. You know what I'm saying? So, we going to hold it down. What's with all the beef? What's up, Yasmin? Shout out London. What's up, Yas? Say hi to the folks. Say hi to the folk.
Hi guys.
Hi to the folk. What's with all the beef? You gotta sign in. I can't sign in for you.
No, I got you to say.
I don't want to sign into my YouTube. I just want to use the YouTube icon. That's it. Yeah, that's what I'm. Oh, you gotta do all that. Yeah, we good, man. Usual. The cooks. I keeps it on the cooks. Turn your Bluetooth on and connect it to the JBL speaker. Yeah, we smoking on something cool. Just some average. Some average. But I'm just waiting on more people to slide in because I don't feel like repeating most of what I'm finna say. So the stuff I'm finna say, I'm not gonna probably repeat later on in the stream. You know what I mean? And if I do repeat it, it's gonna be like a brief intermission. It's not gonna be as extensive as what I'm finna do. So let me roll my weed up. You already know how I do. I gotta roll up something. Turn that coffee thing on so I give some coffee. You already know what's up. So just be patient. You already know we finna cook. Cause certain stuff on this YouTube stuff, bro, is ridiculous, man. Really fucking ridiculous. What's up, JBZ? I'm glad you pulled up, man. I'm glad you stopped by, man. If you haven't subscribed, please go subscribe to JBZ. Feel free. Shout out to JBZ, man. I be seeing your posts in the Facebook group I'm in. It's a guy that always posting your videos in the Facebook group, bro. You're getting famous, JBZ. I'm proud of you. Proud of you, bro. Keep hustling. Keep hustling, keep grinding.
Okay, I was gonna go put mine because mine is already connected to it.
Yeah, it would just connect to it on its own. Let me tell y'all something. Oh no, let me tell you some real talk, JBZ. You don't want to get to where I'm at. You want to get better than where I'm at. You want to surpass me. You don't want to be where I'm at. I don't want nobody that I fuck with, that I'm cool with. I don't want you to be where I'm at. I want you to be better. And I want you to understand that, man to man. I don't want you to stop at 6,800 or 6,100. I want you to go as far as you can get in this boxing YouTube shit. And that goes for everybody that I rock with on YouTube. Everybody. So trust me, because I'm not trying to stay at 6,000. Straight up. What's up, 1-2? What the business is? Y'all finna find out today, though. I'm finna piss some people off today. I'm finna piss some YouTubers off today. I'm going to upset a lot of people today, and a lot of stuff is finna get there. And I know some of you subscribers are gonna go to these channels and y'all gonna say y'all little shit, and y'all gonna talk y'all little trash, and y'all gonna say Boom said this about you and Boom said that about you. And I'm gonna give y'all a disclaimer right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? Right here, right the fuck now. If you cannot handle criticism, you should not be on YouTube. I got plenty of what's up with it, bruh? What's up, bruh? Sports. I got plenty of YouTubers, bruh, that make videos about me, talk bad about me. Had a YouTuber make videos about my wife and my kids and all that, bruh. If you can't handle effective criticism, you do not need to be on YouTube. What do I think about Johnny Boy? I don't have a personal issue with Johnny Boy. I know people that do, but I don't have an issue with Johnny Boy at all. I think he Manny Pacquiao biased as fuck, but I don't have no problem with him. And I think he a Dillian White hater, but I don't got no problem with him. I have no problem with him. So if you ask me about any YouTuber, understand that I'm going to answer the question. So all you YouTubers that get butthurt about somebody saying something about you, you'll get over it. You'll be in your feelings today. Because I'm talking about everybody. Everybody. I'm even telling you who I'm not subscribed to no more. Oh yeah, we cooking today. This 40 water. Don't mind my baby. She just mad because I'm gonna pick her up. That's what she mad about. She want me to pick her up, and I'm not finna. I don't baby babies. I have that problem. I don't baby babies. No. I treat them like people. I don't whoop them, but I don't baby babies. Like I don't pick them up and hold them all day. I don't do that shit. Thank you, France. Yeah, man. Because I got people making videos about me and saying derogatory things about me, and I stopped responding to that. I stopped responding to it. I stopped being old school DT3. Well, today you're gonna get old school DT3. And for those who don't know who old school DT3 is, that's the DT3 that talk about everybody don't give a fuck, don't care. I don't care how you feel about it. If you get mad, oh well, sue me, come see me. I'm in Fairfield, California. Holla at your boy. If you feeling that way about it, you know what I'm saying? That's the moves right there. Let's get to these comments. Who is they? Who going at Bruce Wayne? Who going at Bruce Wayne? You already know facts over feelings all day. Who going at Bruce Wayne? Are they going at Bruce Wayne? D was going at him. Because D don't like Bruce. Like, I'm going to tell you, like, if you want to learn about YouTube beefs, this is the stream to be in right now. I can tell you just about almost every YouTube beef. I'm going to try to watch the Herring fight tonight. I'm going to try to watch that fight tonight. But D don't like Bruce. I'm not going to get into personals why he don't like him, but I can just tell you he don't like Bruce. And I feel like all this YouTube beef is bullshit. D, you don't need to go at Bruce. Bruce don't need to go at D. Nobody needs to go at nobody. 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 Like, for real, for real. Like, I started off going at people. I started off going at damn near everybody. And a lot of the people that's going at other YouTubers now was telling me not to go after people. No, I didn't see Xander last night. I was going to watch that after I did this stream, and then I was going to do a video about it. I'm so tired of these phony YouTube beefs, man. Like, I spent a lot of time trying to speak on the fraudulent BS on YouTube. Spent a lot of time doing that. And in the process of doing that, a lot of YouTubers were saying how, oh, I don't need to do that. Oh, that's not how you want to grow your channel. Blah, 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 blah. Right? And some of the same people that told me not to do that, or they don't feel that there's a reason for me to do that, are doing that now with other YouTubers. So I feel like that's kind of hypocritical, contradictory. But I feel like this. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't have no issue with DJF. I just talked to DJF just the other day. That's my boy. That's my OG. That's my dude. I'm not. So don't go back to D and be like, Boom was talking about you. And don't do that weak shit. And some of the problems be you subscribers too, because y'all go back being messy and running y'all mouths at people, flipping the script, making it being more than what it really is, taking things out of context. Sometimes it be you subscribers too. It don't just be the YouTubers. It be you subscribers too. Let's call it a buck. But there's no reason. Bruce Vane, NBBC, bro. You feel me? And I'm gonna put this public service announcement all over YouTube. It's cool. So you got a problem with Bruce. You got a problem with Myron. You got a problem with Andrew. You got a problem with Deuce, Two Hands, whatever. You got a problem with any one of us. It's okay if you are coming at us as individuals. But the moment you attack us as a group, the moment you say fuck the NBBC and the movement and all that, fuck all that, it's going to be a problem. To you, Chain, he isn't good. I've talked to Bruce. A lot of y'all haven't had not one conversation with Bruce Vane ever. Y'all don't know Bruce Vane outside of YouTube. I know Bruce Vane outside of YouTube. Let me be clear and reiterate that. I know Bruce motherfucking Vane outside of YouTube. So I don't just see him on YouTube and just say, that's NBBC. No, me and him have conversations. We setting up meetings. We trying to set up a sparring session. Like, me and Bruce really trying to do some shit outside of YouTube. So for all people that's thinking that it's just on some YouTube shit, and we ain't trying to click up and get together and make some shit really happen, you're stupid and you're tripping. Bruce Vane is my guy. I go to bat for Bruce, period. I feel that what D said about him, he don't have all the facts. I'm not gonna diss D because that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta have my boy Bruce back in all situations. Feel me? Just like I gotta have Deuce and Myron and all that. Gotta have they back in all situations. And this is a situation, gotta have my boy back. Period. So anybody that hate on Bruce Vane, you just a hater, bro. You don't even know, dude. You don't even know, dude. If y'all knew B, y'all would realize that Bruce is he actually training boxing. Like every day. Let me let you in on a little secret on Bruce, Mr. Bruce Vane, the mystery man himself. Let y'all know what's up. Like, he's more intimate with boxing than a lot of people. Now, just because you don't agree with his opinion don't make you a casual. I like Fight Camp. I think Fight Camp is a good series. I didn't watch the recent one, though. But all this shit on my man B, and that shit got stopped. That shit got stopped. So I'm gonna say some names that's gonna rub some people the wrong way. So for everybody that's staying tuned, understand that I haven't got to the boxing shit yet, to the juicy shit yet. I haven't got to nothing. And you know what? Unknown solution. That's how Bruce wants you to feel. In some ways, that's how he wants you to feel. He don't want you. Why does what he say and what he do take up so much of y'all minds? And he living rent free in y'all heads every time he say something or make a video. Just saying. Shout out Bruce Wayne. Shoot, let Bruce be Bruce. Ain't none of y'all finna see dude, bruh. I'm tell y'all right now. If y'all, it's funny that people, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's funny that y'all say shit about Bruce, but if half of y'all saw him, because y'all don't know what he looked like. So if half of y'all saw him in person, like if you got a glimpse of who that mammoth of a motherfucker is, you will feel totally, you will be singing a different motherfucker tune. I promise you. I promise you, you will be singing a whole nother tune. You will not be talking about fighting him and beating his ass. Nope, you ain't gonna be saying that shit. You just say that shit because you can't see his face. You don't know that the motherfucker is 6 foot goddamn and 200 plus what in the fuck. Come on, man. What's up, Johnny boy? What's up, man? How in the hell? We got to get this out the heat. Yeah, they were just talking about they were about you, Johnny. They was just in here talking about you. They were just in here talking about Johnny Boy. They didn't really say nothing bad. They were just saying, what do I think about Johnny Boy? And all I said is, Johnny Boy cool. He hate on Dillian White, and he Manny Pacquiao biased than a motherfucker. But I love Johnny Boy. That's my dog. I think Anthony will beat the fuck out of Gary Russell. Gary Russell clout chasing. I don't like using that term at all. For real, I really hate that term. But not Johnny Boy. Gary Russell Jr. is clout chasing like a motherfucker. Clout chasing his ass off. He can't buy. He ain't gonna fight nobody. What Sean Porter do, which is just fight whatever available opponent he got just to stay active. That's how stupid boxing fans are today. They talk shit about Sean Porter fighting old boy that he just fought, saying, oh, he fought this nobody, blah, 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 blah. But if you know boxing, that's what we call staying busy. That's what we call when if he were to, he don't need a tune-up. Sean Porter don't need no tune-up. You dig? Sean Porter don't need no tune-up. He ready to go. He ready for whoever. And everybody that's talking about how Terrence Crawford ain't trying to fight Sean Porter. Sean Porter ain't trying to fight Terrence Crawford. So miss me with that shit. I don't want to see that, comment, hear it, nothing. If you see that shit, delete it, get the fuck up out of here. I don't want to see no bullshit on Terrence Crawford today. I don't want to hear it. Don't come in here with no Terrence Crawford bullshit. Don't come in here with that shit. For real, because I'm going to gas you. I'm going to gas you. I can't get on StreamYard right now. You know, I ain't getting on StreamYard right now. But I'm going to be on that bitch my next live. I'll be on StreamYard, and I promise you. They offered who? Who offered who? Because y'all believe anything that motherfuckers tell you. Y'all believe anything people tell you. Oh, I offered them this. He ain't this. Look. If they want to fight, they're going to fight. What part of that are y'all not understanding? What about that y'all don't get? If these dudes want to fight, they will fight. Most of these dudes, pricing yourself out is the new way to duck. saying that's not enough money. That's not this. I'm this. That's the new duck. That's the new duck. I like how y'all left when I wanted to when I started talking boxing, but y'all want to stay for the drama. It's funny how people quick to stay for some drama or some bullshit when I want to talk about a specific YouTuber or when I'm talking about YouTubers. Y'all quick to tune in for that bullshit. But when I'm really talking boxing talk, y'all don't want to hear that shit. Y'all really don't. Haney is too big. He 140. Look. Let me put my blunt down. I'm 5'7", 5'8" with shoes. I'm 154 pounds. Okay? Gary Russell come to here to me. He about right here to me. Okay? Terrence Crawford is about right here. Haney is about right here, about 5'9". What is he gonna do to him? Gary Russell is a boxer. He's not a brawler. That's not his style of fight. That's a losing fight for him. He don't know how to brawl. He don't. What's up, Iron King? What's up, Iron Kong? What's going on, man? Peace and pugilism to you. Shout out Double M. Gary bullshitting, bruh. Gary little as fuck. Gary not finna fight nobody. He clout chasing. I knew he was clout chasing. I didn't think he would. I ain't gonna lie. Until he said that I'm gonna talk to Al shit. When he said that shit, that's when I knew he was clout chasing. Yeah, bro. I thought I been gave you a wrench, bro. I thought I did. I thought I gave you a wrench a long time ago, G-Dub. That's on me. But when he said at first, all you fighters following behind Al, and I'm my own boss, I don't need to go to the next man and do nothing and whoop this and whoop that. Talking bad about the fighters on the PBC side, right? I was feeling him when he was on that hype. But then when he all of a sudden want to go back and say that bullshit, oh, I'm going to talk to Al, me and Al going to send you a cut, like, whoa. When did you start talking to Al? Yeah, Gary Russell's brother is. I think he better. I think he just better because he got the speed. He not. I don't. I think Gary Russell Jr. is faster though. I think the little brother he's stronger, but I think Gary Russell Jr. the older brother is faster. He got the faster hands. But the other brother, he just fucking a monster. He just a fucking monster. Ain't nobody talking about him. Hey, thanks for bringing him up. I'm gonna make a video about him because ain't nobody talking about him. See, people trying to get views on this YouTube shit. They care about talking about fighters to get views. I'm about to start talking about UK fighters. I'm tired of all you American boxing YouTubers talking shit about me bigging up the UK when we supposed to be boxing YouTubers, right? Well, at this particular time, who is boxing more, Americans or UK cats? Who fighting more, in America or over in the UK? Holla at your boy. Who putting on more fights, PBC or Matchroom? Who putting on more fights, Top Rank or Matchroom? Who putting on more fights? If we really about this boxing shit and we really about these fighters fighting, who fighting? Who really fighting? Let me know. How many UK prospects? I forgot his name. I ain't even gonna flex. I'm finna look him up on my Instagram. I'm finna start talking about UK fighters. And y'all gonna start calling me a coon and going against my country, but I'm a boxing YouTuber. This is a boxing YouTube channel. And the only thing the American fighters are really doing right now is just talking hella shit on Instagram and Twitter. They're not fighting anybody. All they doing is talking shit. But you look at Matchroom and even even Frank Warren shit. You know what I'm saying? BT Sports. You look at that shit. They fighting over there. They fighting. They are fighting, and the fights are rather entertaining. So are you guys really boxing fans, or are y'all just only trying to just get a buck off YouTube and just talk about boxers because y'all like some form of boxing in one way or another? Just saying. Willie Pep. I'm going with Willie Pep. Don't ever ask me no question like that. I'm going with Willie. Sean don't want that fight, bro. Southpaw, I hear you. But Sean don't want that fight. Sean is not waking up for that fight. To be clear, for the record, I would not mind seeing that fight. If Sean Porter comes forth and is like, man, I'm trying to fight Terrence Crawford, I want that fight, and he's real, and we know when Sean Porter say he want to fight, Sean Porter want to fight. And if Sean Porter is giving that energy for that and it's not happening, then I'm going to roast Terrence Crawford. I'm going to roast him. I'm going to roast him. Phone got hot. Look, man, y'all need to leave Crawford and the Spence thing alone. The reason why I say that is because neither one of them are finna fight anytime soon, and they're not in a position where they're really trying to fight each other. It's just not there. Okay? So all that talking about Crawford and Spence, let's not worry about that right now. Let's worry about who they actually finna fight right now. Now, I don't think Brooke is an easy fight for anybody. I don't think a fresh, good Kell Brook is an easy fight for anybody. But I think Kell Brook need Crawford more than Crawford need Kell Brook. This is the new shit. Oh, he got to fight this person or that person. It's pretty much people are look at everybody doing that Wilder Ortiz shit. Look at what they doing. Everybody doing that Wilder Ortiz shit. Oh, if you want to fight this dude, you got to fight this person. Oh, if you want to fight him, you got to fight this. But it ain't never been like that. Never. I'm gonna do a video on Jamal Devenchenko. I'm not gonna really touch on that too much in this stream because I already got a mindset on how I want to do a video for that. So you gotta just tune in for the video for the Jamal Devenchenko opinion. Because I got a video coming for that. I'm just getting more information. I get he versatile, but Willie Pep, dude, Willie Pep, bruh, let me give you some game. Willie Pep won a 10-8, bro. Check the history. I forgot what fight it was. Willie Pep won a round, not a fight, won a round 10-8 and did not knock dude down. Let that resonate. Let that marinate for a minute. Let that resonate in your mind for a second. Willie Pep won a round 10-8 and did not knock dude down. Okay? Like, for real. Like, all BS to the side. Like, Willie Pep won a round. I'm saying this because I need y'all to understand that. Willie Pep won a round 10-8. 10-8. and didn't knock dude on the canvas at all. Not once. And he won around 10-8. Loma got too much feet. Loma got too much feet. He'll figure out Sanchez. Sanchez will probably more likely win the early rounds. And then once Loma make the proper adjustments, he gonna catch him. People are so caught up. I know how Salvador Sanchez is. I know he's good. But he don't make adjustments like Lomachenko do. Loma make adjustments. People make short work of that attribute, is that a fighter makes adjustments. That's what they be sleeping on. That's what made Floyd so great. That's what make Anthony Joshua good. That's what could make him great. Is make adjustments. I want to see if Tyson Fury is going to get on the verge of being that type of fighter too and making adjustments. I don't know. We got to see what Teofimo. This is going to show you what Teofimo can do. This fight is going to show you what Teofimo can do. For sure. But now back to what I was speaking on when it comes to these YouTubers. Because I'm not going to get away from that. Like I told you, I was going to speak on that shit. It wasn't just about Bruce Vane and D. Jeff. It wasn't about that. I don't want nobody to try to make it about that. Okay? Like, I'm not subscribed to a few YouTubers that I used to be subscribed to. At all. And I know it's probably dude's probably gonna be pissed at me, but it's gonna be some YouTubers that's gonna be pissed at me. But I feel like this. My subscription shouldn't matter to certain people because it didn't matter to them before. And I stopped messing with all you YouTubers that kind of cut me short. Like I told y'all before, if you don't see a DT Magnus, it's not because of Myron. It's gonna be because of me. And I'm trying to set that up and get that in the works right now. Trying to work something around for Myron's schedule so we can get DT Magnus back. I'm also trying to get a show for me and Deuce and me and Andrew Tuck. I'm trying to get a show with everybody. But it's really hard. Everybody got their own lives, got their own schedules. But I don't have no personal problems with no YouTubers. Right, I got you. I don't have no personal problem with any YouTubers. Like, I ain't trying to accept maybe one. But he's not, I don't go to his channel. I never been subscribed to him, nothing like that. But I'm going to send a special message because I feel like the only way it's going to get out is if I say something, because nobody else is going to say anything and nobody else is going to try to bridge the gap. So I guess, and I don't have a means to bridge the gap, and I've already tried to bridge the gap, and oh boy kind of ignored me, and I'm going to speak on that. And I'm not saying this because I want a response video. What I want is an email. That's what I want. I want an email. I don't want you to make no video. And who I'm talking about Boxing Noob. I'm talking about Noob. I don't want no fucking video. I'm not on here trying to dish you. I'm not on that shit. What I want you to do, hit me up with an email. And the reason why I didn't hit you up with an email is because I wanted to go public. Because I'm not like that, bro. I don't like what you did. I don't. So I'm going public and speaking on it. No, I don't want to talk to you in private. I have no reason to do that at this point with you. I want to email Nuke because you cut me off for nothing, for absolutely nothing. I didn't want to send you an email because I wanted you to see the look on my face. An email cannot show you the expression of how I really feel about that situation. So I wanted you to see my face because I'm not that dude, bro. And for all those who don't know who I'm talking about Boxing Nuke. I'm talking about IBFP. Because I'm no longer subscribed to IBFP. And I'm sure he give a fuck about my subscription. The reason why I'm not subscribed to IBFP, and that's not to take away nothing that he's doing with anybody. I don't have no beef with IBFP. We vegans over here. Ain't no beef with you, bruh. Ain't no talking shit about you, bruh. I just don't hold grudges. No, we not cool. We not in a good place. At least I'm not in a good place with it. And I didn't want to send him an email because I wanted him to see my face and understand that I'm really pissed. I'm not trying to send no cool, sweet email and try to butter shit up with you because I ain't do shit to you. You cut me off. You dipped off. You was IBFP doing your whole little woo-wop. Even when we was rocking with MBBC, we was doing that shit. You was still on. Everybody was still calling you your own entity. When you put MBBC in your titles, I took that as support of the movement. That's what I took that as. I did not really say like, oh, you just one of our main core members. I hardly ever said that. I said you was one of our main supporters. You helped put us out. That's what I said. So when you sent me the email saying you don't want to be MBBC, you want to separate yourself and remove yourself from the group, and it was based on, I guess, some shit with you, Bruce Vane and Myron or whatever and all that, whatever. Y'all ain't have no real beef. Wasn't no real funk. Yeah, he made a video because he know that you Canelo biased. Period. Can't nobody talk about Canelo, Nuke. Nobody. Anybody say anything about Canelo, you're gonna go bad. That's why I try everything in my power not to say shit about Canelo. Because I don't want nobody to try to create no unnecessary beef between me and you. And I felt that the relationship that I had with you was bigger than fucking YouTube. But I don't have your number. I can't call you. I can't get closer to you like I'm close to Bruce Vane, like I'm close to Myron, like I'm close to Two Hands, like I'm close to Andrew. You didn't allow me that. You want to keep your space because you're too busy worrying about somebody double crossing you or somebody playing you, and ain't nobody worrying about crossing you over or playing you. And then anytime somebody do any little miscue thing that you don't like, that rub you the wrong way, you want to distance yourself. That's some sucker shit, bro. Instead, you could have just talked to me. You knew I didn't have no Twitter, bro. And if you would have had my number, you could have just called me and talked to me as a man, and we could have just talked about and been real about the shit like I am with everybody else. Then when I said, okay, I accepted that email, whatever, I even came to your YouTube. I still watch your videos and I didn't comment. I'm keep it real with you. I watched videos and didn't comment. Yeah, I did that. But then when I saw you posted on your community page and I'm sitting there and you sit there and said you was going to do a Q&A, and I commented and said, I miss my bruh Nuke and I want to do a show with my nigga because I miss you. You didn't say nothing. And I was like, okay, maybe bruh's still mad. Maybe I need to show my face. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to do something else because I didn't want you to be upset with me. I wanted to really keep what we had going on YouTube because you were supposed to be my bruh. So, after that, You was doing a live with Two Hands. It was early. I made sure I came early because one time I came late and you didn't put me on. So I was like, okay, maybe because he was into the show. All right, I get it. I feel it. So I didn't trip on that. But I came early just for you. Just for you because I knew. So I came early for you and you put the link in the chat and I hit the link and I came on there and I sat back there. I sat in the backstage. You ain't never been funny with me like that. And I sat back there till my battery died. You ain't never been phony like that. And if for whatever reason, if it was something you would have hit me up, be like, no, my bad, bro. I was just trying to do something with this. Like we had that line of communication. So when you did that, and the other few times I saw that, that's when I knew you had a personal issue with me based on some YouTube shit. That's what I ain't feeling. That's what I'm not with. I ain't never crossed you. The little beef you had with Bruce Vane, that's you and Bruce. The little beef you got with Myron, that's you and Myron. That don't got shit to do with me. Nothing. So if Bruce feel like you all the bitches in the world and he don't like you, that's you and Bruce. I'm not finna sit up here and try to convince Bruce Vane to like you and he already made up his mind. He a grown ass man. What the fuck I look like? So if you want to cut out on me based on them, you was never with me in the first place. Because it's not my job to police them. It's not my job to fucking be Deuce's parent. It's not my job to be Myron's parent, Andrew Tucker's parent, Bruce Vane's parent. These are 4 grown-ass men. And if they say some shit that y'all don't like, don't call my phone or hit me up talking about Bruce said this person said this person said that. I don't give a fuck. Them is grown-ass men. I'm not here to tell them what they can and can't say on their YouTube channel. Whether they rep MBBC or not. That's not my place to call these dudes and say, bro, take that video down. You ain't got no business saying what I look like. Not gonna do it. So, Nuke, I want an email. Don't make no video because ain't no beef with you. I'm not trying to call you out on some other. I'm not on that with you. I'm just saying the way you went about that shit and the way you going about shit with me is on some sucker shit and some bullshit. And I don't want to see no fucking email because no email cannot show you how I really feel about that shit because I really feel like that's some sucker shit, bruh. You supposed to be my bruh. You supposed to be my bruh from another mother. We supposed to always have love. Regardless if we fight, we get into it, we still supposed to be brothers. I didn't got in arguments with Bruce Vane. I didn't got into arguments with Myron already. I didn't have disagreements with Andrew and Two Hands. Guess what? We still cool. To this day.
To this day.
Still. Ain't no issue. That's what made us us. That's what made us MBBC is because we can actually disagree on an opinion or a fucking video and actually have a real problem about it and come back and still say, you know what? Well, we good. I just won't say what I had to say and that's that. And move on. Real man type shit. Me, Andrew, Myron, Bruce, and Two Hands. All of us. But for some strange reason, you distance yourself from me, not Deuce, and don't flip on Deuce because of me. Because I got to apologize for Deuce for saying this because this is how I really feel. And I didn't want to send no email. Period. So I'm not on that trying to fuck up what you doing with Deuce. That's my nigga. I want y'all to do what y'all doing. I do. But I'm not liking how you decided you wanted to pull yourself back and try to distance yourself from me like I did some fuckery towards you. And I didn't. I'm not that dude, Nuke. I'm not that person. And I even was willing to come to you and say whatever I did or if I ever wronged you in any way, bro, I apologize. That's my bad. I didn't think I wronged you. I had the same conversation with Bruce. What's up, for real? I call you for real because you're the truth. Last time I checked, we cool. Unless you know something I don't know, because Unrivaled got my number. That's another YouTuber that has my number. And has in any time, and that's why if somebody were to say that, it's like, bro, I know Mark. So when it comes to Mark, he can call me. Every time Mark has had let me keep some real shit with y'all. Anytime Mark has had a problem, that motherfucker call. He don't bullshit. He don't make no videos. He don't do no dish shit. That motherfucker pick up that phone and be like, hey, woo, woo. Shout out Mark on Rival Box Talking News. I respect the shit out of Mark for that. Anytime he has an issue, he will call. No, he's not in BBC. No, not at all. But anytime Mark has an issue, he don't like something, whether if I said it or Bruce said it, Myron said, he don't give. Don't matter. Mark picking up that phone, my WhatsApp app is finna be ringing off the chain because he called till he get me. You know what I mean? So shout out Mark and Rival Box Talking News. Me and Mark ain't got no problems. Mark, to keep it real with you, Mark left in BBC because of Bruce Wayne. You know, so he wasn't with all the it was too much drama for him. He didn't want to deal with it. And as a man, he got that right. If he don't want to, if that's not something that he wants to be affiliated with, he has that right. I just talked to D. You know what I'm saying? Me and D Jeff's cool. I don't agree with what you said about Bruce. That's my boy too, but we good. Your issue with you and Bruce, that's you and Bruce. That ain't got nothing to do with me. As long as you would not attacking the whole clique as a whole, I ain't gonna trip. Or it depends. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say it don't matter. Depends. Because I know Bruce, just like I know D. It's only so much I'm gonna let somebody say about Bruce. It's only so much I'm gonna let somebody say about D. Because I know them. Now, if it was just on some YouTube, I don't know these dudes. I ain't had conversations with them. I haven't had nothing with them. Then I wouldn't really say too much. But I know Bruce. So it's only so much I'm gonna let people say about Bruce. Cause some shit people be saying, to be like, y'all don't even know Bruce. You know what I'm saying? Like Bruce was training this morning. I bet you half of y'all, not even me, was training this morning. Bruce trained every day. Like y'all that go over your head like a motherfucker. Like Bruce trained every day. He might take a day or two off to rest his body, but Bruce box every day. Like for real. Seriously. That's not a joke. That's not me just saying that shit. Like he boxed every day. But he a casual. So it's just like, that's why I don't, it's like little shit just be like, whatever. Like I didn't have conversation with this dude leaving the gym. Hearing people so he trained, he really trained. Show you all the shit. Like Bruce he not what y'all think. I'm gonna put it as lightly as that. He not what y'all think. Like people judge too much of what they see on YouTube. I actually know Bruce Wayne, the person, human being. Just like I know D Jeffrey. Like y'all know Speak Your Mind Sports Talk D. Like I know D the man. I know D the person. Y'all see two hands up. Y'all see well, actually Deuce and Myron is kind of like, even D, like they kind of like what you see is what you get, but I know them more on a deeper level, if it makes sense. I know them more deeper than what y'all see on YouTube, because YouTube only give y'all they only give you a piece of them on YouTube. They don't really give you all of them like that. They give you a piece of them. I have a good perspective of all of who they are. Thank you, Robbie. But yeah, we always Gucci. That's a wasteful fight, bro. Tank gonna win. Already. Look, and that's another thing. When y'all, these dudes don't train boxing, they get in shape. Okay, they don't train boxing. They just get in shape for these fights. Like Tank, he after this fight, he finna kick back, eat donuts and burgers and Sonic and drink soda and do what young people do. That's what he's finna do.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
You know what I mean? That's exactly what he's gonna do. As soon as he wins this fight, he's not finna like go right back to the gym, right back to training. He's not finna do that. Tank not finna do that. Tank ain't finna do that at all. Tank finna go right back to his bad habits and all that. Now, when he get another fight, Tank gonna train really, really hard, get himself in the best shape he could possibly get himself in for the fight. Don't get me wrong, he's going to do that. But let's hope he don't have no distractions. Let's hope he don't have no distractions during camp. But I think the people that he got around him that, you know, they want to see him succeed. So I don't think he's gonna have too many people, just too many distractions, excuse me, in camp. And I think it's the same for a lot of boxers now. I think you see it in Devin Haney, you see it in Teofimo, you see it in Lomachenko, you see it in shit, what is his name? Teofimo, Loma, Devin, Shakur Stevenson, like these fighters, Ryan Garcia, like those fighters are training even when they don't have fights. Like they still are working on their craft, training boxing, getting better at boxing, working on little tweaks here or there. They're doing that versus guys like Tank, Adrian Broner, Robert Easter, you know, those type of fighters, and of course they just so happen to be black. They don't. Jamel and Jamal, they still work out, they still train, but I don't think they really hone their craft as boxers. What's up, Los? I don't think they hone their craft as boxers as much as everybody else do. I think they just so comfortable in fighting that one way and it's working for them to where they feel like they don't need to really adjust or do nothing different. So, because usually dudes or anybody that's training the way that they would be training, you would think that some skill set would be better, but they just seem like they just come forward bullfighters, strong guys, but no real raw skill that make you like, whoa. You know, yeah, if they catch you, yeah, they hit hard, they strong. It's even an argument that you could probably say them dudes be on the juice, not because of how they fight, just because of how they act. Excuse me. When they not in fights, it's kind of weird, they kind of off, or them niggas just could be just nuts in a mind. You know what I'm saying? So, what's up, Russ? You know, they just could be nuts. So, I feel like the Charlos are. I can't say they overrated because I think they are right where they should be. But to say that they're any better, because they're good, they're both world champs. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, they're both two-time world champs because Jamal won at 50. He won a world title at 54, and he has a world title at 60. So these are two-time world champions that you're talking about now. So, but as far as going deeper into that, and Jamal is a he's a two-time two-division world champ. So, you know, you gotta kind of give them that credit to some degree. You can't just completely, utterly just take a raw dog shit on them. You gotta keep that in perspective. But their antics is the clout. They clout chase. They're not the most intellectual individuals, but they enjoy the camera. They like being seen. They like being in front of the cameras and having a spotlight on them, and they don't mind that, and they don't mind saying and doing whatever within that spotlight time, and that's what's keeping them relevant. It's not their fights, because they don't. To me, Jamel's best fight was his recent fight against Tony Harrison. That was, I mean, not like performance wise, like I'm talking about overall fight, like the overall fight itself. That was like the fight that people will always talk about, man. Jamel and Harrison too. You know what I'm saying? So his fight is that's his one fight at this point in his career that kind of is a defining moment for him right now. Jamal, his defining moment is arguably when he lost, when he fought Korobov. That's his defining moment right now. Now, future going forward, we don't know for either one of them. But right now, Jamal's defining moment is when he fought Korobov, where people arguably believe, like myself as well, that he lost. And I think they just didn't want to let both Charlo brothers lose that night. But Jamel, his defining moment is him and Harrison too. Actually, both fights. Those are both are defining moments for him. The fact that he has that under him. So we'll see. Arguably, depending on how Tony Harrison come up, if he come back and he fights some good fights, it might be a third fight depending on how Tony goes about his career, who he fights, and all that. But I'm not going to speak on the Rosario. I got a video that I'm doing for that. So I'm not going to answer no questions about him and Rosario. I got a video that I'm going to speak on about that. So tune in. Wait for that because it's coming. But a lot of these fighters are, and they're just getting in shape in camp. They're not training boxing. They just working out here or there. They might work out. That don't mean they don't work out. But they're not training hard, man. What's up, Nate? They're not training really hard. First lady in the building. So that's my take on that, per se. Real shit. That's my take on that. I don't think these fighters. I think when Tank fights him, Tank not gonna fight nobody that's like. I think Ryan could beat him now, just because of how Ryan trained. Not because Ryan was like super better back then, or he got. I just think Ryan got the skills to deal with Tank. Now, if Tank just is getting off and catching him, it's gonna be a long night for Ryan. And that's a fight we could talk about. Let's talk about white perfection. Since we got all these Dillian White haters in the world, where you at, Johnny boy? Because you talk the most shit about Dillian White. But I'm going to go with White again. I didn't go with him the first time. I can't say again. I didn't go with him the first time. I actually thought the first fight was going to be a draw. I thought the first fight was going to end in a draw. Don't ask me why, but I thought the first fight was going to be a draw. But this fight, I'm going with Dillian. My money is on Dillian. Period. I'm putting my money on Dillian White. Period. That's where I'm going. Because I feel like people, y'all hated on Dillian White so bad, right? To where Dillian White can't do nothing right. Like, even when he doing what he's supposed to do, y'all still make fun of Dillian White. Dillian White does not have the best skill set. Dillian White does not have the best chin. He don't. But he gonna do what your fighter not gonna do. I bet you Dillian White gonna get in there. And y'all do not respect Dillian White for that. But y'all praise Wilder for fighting 40 bums. Well, 38 bums. Wilder gets all the praise for fighting 38 bums. But Dillian White is willing to get himself murdered in there. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you YouTubers something. And you fake boxing fans. Arturo Gatti would be ashamed in this era. I'm so glad I got to see Arturo Gatti and Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales and all those trilogy beautiful fights and the Shane Mosleys and the De La Hoyas. And I'm so glad I got to see those fights because those fights ain't happening no more. They not doing that no more. Them trilogies and them that's not happening. That ain't happening no more. So when you got fighters like Dillian White, regardless of their skill set, fighters like Alexander Vekin, regardless of their age, when you got fighters like that, that's willing to get in there with anybody, anytime, anywhere. Yeah, you're not getting no more Marquez Pacquiao's. You're not getting nope. Kiss that bye-bye. It's not going down. They're not doing that. No. It's not happening. Ain't no money in that. They don't get paid enough for that. You can forget about that. Understand that a fighter like Arturo Gatti was not loved because he had losses, bro. Arturo Gatti was the man's man fighter. I don't care who it is. I don't care how much. You can hit Arturo Gatti with your whole house. Damn the kitchen sink. You can hit him with the house, the garage, the car, everything you got, the mortgage, everything. And Arturo Gatti will still beat you. But no, you're not, none of that, bro. You're not, that's a wrap. No. These fighters, they are all you motherfuckers prima donna. All y'all. I just feel all y'all in some sense y'all prima donna. They not gonna fight. Triple G don't want to fight now. First, Canelo didn't want to fight because he was like, for what? And then now Triple G, like, after Deverchenko, he like, man, I don't think that Canelo fight is good sauce. I don't think that dude's moving up to light heavyweight, knocking. No, I don't think that's good sauce for me. Charlo. I think, Charlo. Experience. Charlo got the experience. No. I'm not picking you up. I think they could make it happen just because. I think they could make that fight happen. Spence Porter, thank you. That fight should happen. Spence Porter 2 should happen for boxing. But these fighters don't fight for boxing. And this is funny. These people like, man, these fighters, man, you know, hey, that's the fact that these fighters won't fight is making them look so bad because these UFC fighters don't get paid nowhere near as much. And they fight on the regular. And that's because y'all promoters are paying Eddie Hearn. Eddie, you're paying your fighters too much. Okay? You are paying them too much. Even Floyd Mayweather told Al Hammond that you are paying fighters too much. Too much money. Spence and Jermell, probably Earl. Earl, you know, the Charlos don't got no jab. They literally, bruh, the Charlos, bruh, let me sprinkle y'all real quick. The Charlos literally fight like tight high guard. Real tight high guard, okay? So when they're coming in to take stuff. They're coming in preparing to take stuff. Real tight high guard, chin down. You see, I'm very box, okay? I'm very box, okay? They might do this, they give you a little this, give you a little that, pop, and they give you that. That's it. That's it. That's all they're going to give you. They're not going to give you nothing pretty. It's just going to be, and I'll give you the side view, okay? Straightforward. I'm standing straight. My feet are together. Boom. Feet are apart. Straightforward box. Straight box. I give you this. I'll give you that. But they are a box. Okay? They don't. And then when they jab, it's a hard. It's one of those. And it's just to come in. Because they don't want to jab you. They don't really want to box you. They don't want to be pretty in there. They want to come in there. That's what they want to do. They don't want to come in there and be pretty, still be high guard. Bop. 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 They don't want to be that. They want to stay there real tight. Real tight. That's what they want to do. They don't want to be super pretty. They not that. They don't want to be pretty. Bop, 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 bop. Everything is hard, fast. Bop, bop, bop. What's up, Ryan? And they not. Well, they're starting to be more body punchers, but they're not as relentless as Arrow. Arrow got good pressure. He know how to create good pressure. You got to get your other cup, baby. Well, see, the Jamel, he can't lose. He can't lose. He couldn't. The fact that he lost that last time, like he thought his career was over. He was crying backstage. He cried in the car too. So Jamel can't lose. He cannot lose the fight. He lose the fight, it's gonna be all bad for him. All the way bad. Where's your cup? So yeah, he cried real tears that day. Like he was hurt. I'm talking hurt. Real hurt. So I just feel like the fighter that's going to, I'm tell you something. Let me show you. I can't just tell y'all at this point. I gotta show y'all. So like I said, when y'all tune in live, y'all in for a treat. To beat Jamel or Jamal, just nosy child. Y'all see how now those who have seen her, y'all see how big she is now? Y'all see how big she is? Y'all see how big she is now? Yeah. Y'all remember when she was a baby? For those that remember when I first started doing lives, y'all remember when she was a baby? Don't remember. Don't remember. Oh, in the living room. What are you doing? If you want to beat the Charlos, you have to move. If the Charlos are not cutting you off, making you engage when you don't want to, then you could pretty much turn them, get around them, slit the jab, change levels, shoot the right hand to the body, or if you're southpaw, shoot the left to the body.
Face. Come on.
Always throw them off with the lead hand. After they get accustomed to that, go tight. Switch it up. When they think you want to bang, as soon as they get in this point they want to engage, step up, pop them with the jab, step around, pop them with the jab, step. If you box them, they won't know what to do. Short shots to the body. Give me that cut. Give me that cut. Short shots to the body and just break them down. Head movement, making them miss will frustrate them. Oh, there's some in here. Just your size. Yeah. She about to be 3. Bring me her cut. Bring me her cut. Yeah, she about to be 3. Baby getting big. Okay. Do it on here. Excuse me. God damn.
No, I am. Hi, guys. See? That's where you get all your subscribers.
Yeah, that's what your mama said. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Tyson Wilder will be a great fight, you know. Well, that will happen, but it's gonna happen on Wilder's terms. It's not gonna happen on Tyson Fury terms. Watch what I tell you. That's how they gonna do it, or that's how they gonna sell it. Like it's gonna happen on Wilder's terms, or it gotta happen on here. Bye. See you later. I think Gary Russell clout chasing. He clout chasing. I understand when I say this. I might even make a video saying it. I hate the term clout chasing. I hate it. Can't stand it. But Gary Russell really do be clout chasing. Gary Russell and the Charlo brothers is right now. Well, Charlo brothers before was the biggest clout chaser. But right now, Gary Russell looking like the biggest clout chaser out here. He always on fight hype every day. He on his bro. Oh, I'm gonna tell you something. All you doing is bitching, Gary. That's all you doing. All you doing, bruh. And you supposed to be a grown man, all this, and you a man's man, all that, bro. Just shut the hell up. Cause all you doing is bitching and complaining, moaning and groaning. That's all you doing. But you're doing it because you want attention. Guess what, bro? That's bitch shit. Okay. When you do shit for attention, that's what females do, bro. That's what females do, stuff for attention. I don't care if they want attention from other women. They do a lot of stuff for attention. Because they want to be noticed. Even if it's bad attention. They do it for attention. That's a female trait, bro. You can't tell me you a man's man with female tendencies. Go in the living room, like I told you. I don't know. You whining is not. You too big for that. No, I don't. No. I'm not. You girl, you ready game. Yeah, he said he fighting Terrence at 140. What he look like fight? Like I said, I'm right here. Gary right here to me. Terrence Crawford is 5'9". I'm 5'7", 5'8" with shoes. So he like this. Gary Russell is here to me. What you think Gary Russell go? Gary Russell is not a brawler. He's a boxer. He's a boxer. All Terrence got to do is walk Gary Russell little ass down and boop, boop, and he out of there. And if he whoop on him, then y'all gonna call him a weight bully. And Gary Russell is a 126 pounder and he beat him like, bruh. The same people that saying some stupid stuff like, yeah, like Terrence Crawford ducking that Gary Russell smoke, bro, you got to be the dumbest. Like anybody that's made a video that says that, they're just doing it for content reasons. Just to make videos, just so they can have a catalog, just to say something. Or they just don't like Terrence Crawford, so they want to find every narrative they can find to make him look bad. So they talking, well, you ain't gonna fight that Gary Russell. Gary Russell's 126, 130 pounder. And he little. Gary Russell little. He not a big dude. He little. Not little like me little. Like I'm small, like slim. Gary Russell is short. He little. He got T-Rex arms. Compared, like, if you put him in the ring with Crawford, it's going to look like he got T-Rex arms. Like, for real. Y'all talk about Manny Pacquiao look like he got T-Rex arms. What you think little Gary Russell going to look like? T-Rex. Come on, man. More probably. Probably, Myra. Y'all probably are. I wouldn't doubt it. Gary Russell little. Lomachenko little. Lomachenko is little. He is a little Ukrainian man. Okay? And he looking Lomachenko in the face, eye to eye. He's staring at him. Little. Loma is not a big dude. That's Loma. He little. Little. Y'all be, man, please. Please. Rigo. Look at, bro, the list go on. I can go in on Rigo little. Look at Rigo. Rigo what, 5'5"? Rigo little. And guess what? He damn near taller than no, he wasn't taller than Loma. He's looking long in the eye. So what you think Lil Gary Russell gonna do? Exactly. He mad Tank got to see Leo Santa Cruz. So he like, Al did a boss move. He was like, yeah, I hear you, Gary. Hey, Tank, you finna fight Leo Santa Cruz. And then when he made that fight happen, Gary was like, all right, Al, look, man, you know what I'm saying? I just want to fight somebody, you know? I mean, I get it. You the boss, so you make the move. So I gotta fall in line. You know, I get it. So let me fall in line because you just it's like you just made that happen, you know, for Tank. You couldn't make it happen for me. I've been asking for it. But look though, Gary, you're not a star. You're just a boxer. Just boxer. Tank is a star. So gotta keep the star in with decent names, you know, because he's a star. You're not the star. That's simple. You ain't the star, Gary. You not the star. Tank the stars. Tank is the one that's going to bring in the check. You ain't bringing in no checks, Gary. How many checks Al Heyman made off you, man? Like some real checks. Not near, not a none. Because ain't nobody making no checks off of Gary Russell. Ain't nobody getting no checks off of Gary Russell. Tell me I'm lying. All y'all want to do is just hype up everybody that want to hate on Crawford. As soon as somebody say something about Crawford, it's got to be the truth. Crawford ain't fought nobody. It's like, dude, let me tell y'all something. I'm so tired of hearing y'all say Crawford ain't fought nobody at welterweight when nobody at welterweight is stepping up to fight him. Now y'all want to say Keith Thurman because he's talking about entertaining the Crawford fight when at first he said the WBO is not a recognized or respected belt and Crawford is just one guy. Why would I want to just focus on one guy when I could fight guys like Danny Garcia and Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao and Sean Porter, even though you've already fought like, 3 out of the 4? And quiet is kept. None of them really trying to fight you again, and maybe Errol Spence will fight you. That might be the last little hoorah you might have. So since you ain't really got too many more hoorahs left, now you want to call out Terrence Crawford. And the only reason why the people don't want to respect the WBO because the WBO is not an American-made belt. It's over there in the UK. Mostly the BT Sports, they standings of the WBO, they mostly UK fighters. Hardly anybody ranked in the WBO is of American descent. Except you see Sean Porter and you'll see Terrence Crawford, of course, is the champion. But mainly the WBO is nothing but foreign fighters, bro. People over in the UK. Period. That lets me know that ain't nobody over here is really trying to compete and really be undisputed. Don't nobody really want to be undisputed. If people really wanted to be undisputed, if that was the end game, money would not stop you. Because you know money gonna come. My goal is to be undisputed. My goal is not to make the most money out of this because I'm too much of a hustler to not be able to make money outside of this. So my goal is to be undisputed. There isn't a long-term goal in a long-term game in boxing. I don't want to be at this in my 40s and 50s unless I'm just doing it because I love it. I want to already be and accomplish everything I want to have accomplished by the time I'm 35, 40 years old. I don't want to be 40 still trying to fight for undisputed. I don't want to be 40 still trying to fight for my first unification. I don't want to be that. So it's PBC fault, right? Not right knowing if Bob ever sent the contract. You think PBC wouldn't fight him? No blame on Bob, not Bud, right? I blame everybody, but I'm not finna see. Everybody wants to blame Bob or Bud for why the fights ain't happening. Y'all went from taking everything from Crawford to Bob. Let me tell y'all PBC fanboys, Jay Cooley, because I've seen you over there on some other YouTube channels tooting their horns, but y'all don't never hold PBC dudes accountable. I've never seen you do that. Y'all, who is y'all? I'm one motherfucker. Who is y'all? I'm one person. And I'm not blaming PBC for nothing. I got you, D. I'm not blaming PBC. Okay then, keep it direct because I'm not really blaming PBC like how you thinking I'm blaming PBC. I'm just telling you what they said, and it's like, okay, it don't look like because Crawford won't the fight. Crawford won't the fight. Your PBC fan, your PBC boys have found every reason to not make the fight happen. And instead of just saying, all right, these dudes don't really want to fight Crawford, whether they could beat him or not, they don't want to fight him. They're not in the it's politics. All the promoters lie. They're all politicians, whether it's Al Heyman, Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn. They're all politicians, bro. They're all gonna tell you all the BS you want to hear. So if you pro PBC, PBC is gonna poop on Bob Arum. Bob Arum is gonna poop on Eddie Hearn. PBC is gonna poop on Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn is gonna poop on Top Rank and PBC. That's just what they're gonna do. It's like Democrats versus Republicans. Neither party is going to say anything positive about the other party because they're competition. And instead of them trying to be more of competition, they need to be focused on working together. That's what they should focus on, is actually working together and putting together the best fights they could possibly put together. But instead, they trying to compete and say, well, my shows are better than yours and I have the better fighters. But even though my fighters will never fight yours, or it's going to be extremely hard to make a fight between my best fighters and your best fighters because either you're going to price yourself out or we're going to price ourselves out. All that BS. Instead of saying, hey, we can make a lot of money if we put these two together. And get them to fight. If we're look at what Dana White doing. Dana White has now created the blueprint to making great events and creating a fan base for the sport. Not just the fighters, but the sport. Because he's constantly having fights happening and he's constantly putting top opposition against other top opposition on a regular basis. That's why you don't see the UFC belt being held for a very long duration, because you're constantly in there with top dude after top dude after top dude after top dude. So if you have held the belt for about 10, 15, which is unheard of in the UFC title defenses, you've actually done something. Versus in boxing, you can actually call someone you could actually put you in the ring with somebody that's ranked number what? 25, ranked 40, ranked 50, just to defend your belt, just so you can say you defended your title. But you don't have to defend it against a top guy. No, just fight the little run-of-the-mill journeyman dude fresh off the couch that's just there to pick up a check. And you could literally say legitimately you defended your belt. You can't do that in the UFC belt. In MMA period, you cannot do that. You can't even do that in kickboxing. But you can do it in boxing. The politics is real. Look at one championship. Top dude after top dude after top dude. Ain't no ducking. You want the belt, you got to fight him. You want to hold the belt, he fought for the right to be number one contender, you got to fight him, period. This is what's going to happen. I promise you, if boxing was like that, a lot of these fighters would retire. If boxing was like that, if the sport of boxing was like that, a lot of these fighters would retire. Straight up. We get to these guys. Because PBC fighters, Jay Cooley, they just want money and fame. They don't want the glory and honor as boxers and fighters. That's facts. If you've been watching boxing more than 20 years, you know that, bro. Like man to man, real talk to real talk. I get it. You a fan of PBC? It's nothing wrong with that. I don't knock that. But what I'm saying is, if you know boxing, forget PBC, Matchroom, Top Rank, BT, forget all that. Boxing. If you want to call it a spade, these dudes are prima donnas, bro. They are. They making excuses. It's all about money. It's all about how much this and how much that. And these dudes are not Floyd Mayweather. These dudes are not Manny Pacquiao. They're not Canelo. They're not those guys. You win a belt, now all of a sudden you got all these bargaining chips, all these bargaining tools. And I'm not saying they didn't do it before or back then, but now with social media being what it is to the world, it makes it a lot harder to make fights happen. Social media and these promoters killed the game. Killed it. Because Bob Arum used to work with Don King, bro. They used to work together. You didn't hardly hear of Don King and Bob Arum having too many issues about making the Thriller in Manila, Rumble in the Jungle, two of the biggest fights in boxing history. How many people heard about Bob Arum and Don King having problems making that shit happen? The biggest problem I heard for Rumble in the Jungle was the time that they was going to start the fight because of the time frame of Africa and the time frame they wanted to get it for primetime television in America. Because Porter and Crawford don't want to fight. I've seen interviews where Porter showed that he's even said that, yeah, I've talked to Crawford, but that's not something that we want to do. That's not something that we are looking towards. This is Sean Porter saying this. It's not, he got stuff going on. I got stuff I'm doing. That's right now that it don't make sense. And Sean Porter is a dude that when he want to fight you, he want to fight you. We've seen Sean Porter when he wants to fight somebody. Let's be clear. That's their career. How am I gonna say, oh, y'all pussies because y'all don't want to fight each other because y'all friends? How y'all feel about the Charlo brothers not fighting each other? The Klitschko brothers didn't fight each other. They was brothers, but they was fighters though in the same division. Floyd and Zab were for exactly. They fought just on the fact that it's like we can get paid. And then, but the thing was, what was Floyd and Zab of their era? What was and understand the era that they fought into. Last of the Mohegans. Understand the era that they fought in, and understand who Zab Judah was and who Floyd Mayweather was at that time. Good analogy, good point, but understand who those two were at the time and understand the era that came from. Of course. But that's what Sean Porter said. It's an interview on Fight Hype. It's a few interviews on Fight Hype. We were talking about that and Tiafimo and all that shit. He not trying to fight Crawford. They not trying to fight each other. Would they probably fight if it made sense, if it was feasible, if it was like if Crawford didn't have nothing going on, Sean Porter didn't have nothing going on, then I'm sure, yeah. Or if WBO mandates it to happen, I'm sure it'll happen. But right now, what the two fighters have going on, it's not feasible for the two. Sean Porter got something going on. Terrence Crawford got stuff going on. They'll fight when they fight. The fact that y'all want to force what y'all want to force, but y'all don't want to force what's right. Oh, they need to fight this person. If they don't want to fight, check this out. Check this out. They all need to fight each other. Ain't nobody got no right to make dictations of, oh, well, this person, check this out. Terrence Crawford should fight Keith Thurman. Danny Garcia should have fought Terrence Crawford. Y'all didn't know y'all had that same energy when Danny Garcia was number one in the WBO and was supposed to technically be mandated to fight Terrence Crawford. Did none of y'all, especially you Danny Garcia fans, none of y'all had that energy. None of y'all. Now Sean Porter number one. He needs to fight Sean Porter. He needs to fight Sean Porter. He needs to fight Sean Porter. Where was y'all at when Danny Garcia was number one? Where was y'all at then? What y'all gonna say? Oh, he priced himself out. He lowballed Danny. All these excuses. If Danny Garcia wanted to be a two-time champion out here, put himself in position to be a two-time champion. And last time I checked, I heard Danny Garcia beat Terrence Crawford in the amateurs. So you got that on your mind. You should have some sense of confidence that, man, I booked this dude already, and I get this dude no problem. I done been in there with pretty much the best out here. We fight this dude. And instead of you fighting him, you made all the excuses to not fight him. When, what was it, a year prior, you was talking about he was too small for the division. Your daddy was talking about if he come here to the 147, y'all was going to kill him. Y'all was going to do all this bullshit to him and all that if he decided to fight y'all. And then when the opportune moment come for y'all, y'all want to come with all these excuses why y'all not going to fight. Get your whole ass out of here. Can't stand you niggas, bruh. No, I'm not hearing it. I'll get to the comments in a second when I'm done ranting. Y'all got me effed up out here because I don't want to cuss too much because I don't want my 3-year-old over here saying F-bombs. That's going to get to my spirit. But y'all got the game twisted. Y'all don't have the same energy. That make me fat. Y'all making me mad, bro. You making me mad. Shout out 2 hands. Y'all know, do y'all see? I think that's what I think, Richard. I think Richard Jeffrey asked, do you think both Top Rank and PBC are saving Crawford and Spence for a super fight? I think that's what they're doing. They're saving it for a super fight, and I think they want to maximize the dollar like they did the Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao situation. That's what they're doing there. They want to maximize the dollar. Why not get the most money you can? I want to see these fools fight at their best. I don't want to see Crawford after he old and he lost a step. He not as fast. He not as strong. I don't want to see that fight. I want to see Crawford fight Errol Spence when Errol Spence is at his best. When Terrence Crawford is at his best. That's what I want to see. Y'all running game. I want to see real fights. I want to see the best fight the best at their best, not when they are shelling themselves. And then y'all gonna sit there and brag about, y'all told you he was above. Yeah, because he can't punch as hard and he ain't as fast. He ain't even the same fighter. Well, Floyd trained boxing his whole. That's all he did. He came from a boxing family. So any comparison to Floyd is kind of non and void because Floyd came from a boxing family. His daddy boxed, his uncles boxed. His dad fought Sugar Ray Leonard. His uncle was the fucking Black Mamba known for beating up Mexican fighters. Former world champion. So he grew up around nothing but boxing. A lot of these dudes just got into the sport because they didn't have nothing else to do. Or somebody introduced them to it at a certain age because they were getting in trouble. But Floyd was born into it. Born into a boxing family. So he was meant to be what he is. Thank you for... Why do I say it? Also, my boy for real Parker, for those who don't know, that's my boy. Love you for real. I call you for real because you the truth. You already know. Also, when Porter had a belt, Crawford called him and everyone else who had a belt, and they made excuses. Oh, Crawford beat him in the amateur. Okay, because I knew they fought in the amateurs. Here's what I'm saying. Y'all got to keep that same energy. Because a lot of y'all too biased. And y'all come to my channel talking that talk. And I got to let y'all know what it is. Where would you rank Mayweather all-time, man? Where would I rank him? All-time? I have a lot of people before him. You know what I mean? And I don't mean like no BS like Anthony Joshua, nothing like that. No. I'm talking about I got Sugar Ray Robinson ahead of him. I got Floyd Patterson ahead of him. I got Joe Louis ahead of him. I got Muhammad Ali ahead of him. I got Willie Pep ahead of him. I got Nicolino Luce ahead of him. I got George Benson ahead of him. I even got Jersey Joe Walcott ahead of him. Mike Tyson ahead of him. I got Aaron Pryor ahead of him. Sugar Ray Leonard. I'm already. He's not even in my top 10. It's not my top 10. I literally was doing this on my fingers and it was like, oh, I'm running out of fingers. Like Floyd Mayweather is not my top 10. Yes, I got Floyd Patterson over Floyd because of opposition that he's fought and the time frame that he fought him in. He fought dudes in their whether he lost or not. See, y'all looking at him being undefeated. Y'all not looking at who he fought, when he fought him, how he fought him. Y'all didn't look at that. Floyd Patterson fought everybody. It was trained by Customato. Fuck you mean? Floyd Patterson over Floyd Mayweather. Period. Now, when you say defensive fighters of all time, Floyd in my top 3. No, he's top 5. He's not top 3, top 5. But all time, throughout all time, I got too many fighters ahead of him. To me, he's not even in my top 10. But how many people will get in the ring with Sonny Liston twice? Sonny Liston was a dog, boy. People forget about who Sonny Liston was, man. They forget about it because of what Ali did to him. But Sonny Liston, before Ali came, he was a killer. And it's the same thing with stuff today. It's like they did the same thing with Gamboa. It was like before Gamboa fought Crawford, Gamboa was a killer. And then he fought Crawford and got annihilated, and then all of a sudden that whole mystique went away. It's gonna happen to Errol Spence. It's gonna happen to the Charlo brothers. It's going to happen. Y'all that's sitting there talking about he a killer, he this, he that, and he gonna come across that one fighter that's just gonna annihilate him, do away with him, boom, get him out of there. Get him out of there. And then y'all, he had that whole little boogeyman for Errol Spence. All that's gonna go away. Thank you. Thank you. And I am Ali #1 for me. That's my hero. I cried when Ali died. You know what I'm saying? And I never met him. That was always on my bucket list, was to meet him. I didn't care if I never met any famous boxer in my life. I always wanted to meet Muhammad Ali. That was always a goal for me. You know what I mean? That's why I trained so hard in boxing, because I was like, I'm gonna meet Ali. I'm gonna meet him. I'm gonna meet him. Boom. And it motivated me to train. I trained. I moved like them. I studied him. I studied him, Roy Jones, Sugar Ray Leonard. As far as like boxing styles that I liked, I studied Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Roy Jones. That's who I patterned my boxing style from. That's who I literally mimicked when I boxed. I mimicked Roy Jones with the low front. What's up, Ralph? With the low front hand. And I would mimic Ali with the movement. And I would mimic Sugar Ray Leonard with the movement. And Robinson just throwing punches. I liked Leonard's. I didn't have Leonard's flurries. I didn't do that stuff. But his movement, I liked. I liked his movement. I'm not a rapper, but I'm thinking about maybe putting some music together one day.
Really?
Oh, shout out to Romania. And we got Romania in the house. We global. Or Romania. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. I don't know if it's Romania or Romania. I think Romania is super American. I think it's pronounced Romania. I don't know. Yeah, Willie Pep, defensively, #1. For those who missed it, Willie Pep is the only fighter I know of, and D. Jeff is in the building, to win a round 10-8. Willie Pep won a round 10-8 and did not knock the dude down one time. And he won a round 10-8. Without knocking him. Let me reiterate that. Well, I can't make that make no more sense than that. Willie Pep won a round 10-8. 10-8. And did not knock the dude on the ground. Did not touch the canvas at all. Do you understand how much Do you understand how good you have to be to win a round 10-8? 10-8 without knocking someone on the canvas. It's already something to win a round 10-9. But to win a round 10-8... To say Willie Pep is not the most defensive fighter you've ever seen in your life, next to Nicolino Luce. Nicolino got some, he was nice. But Willie Pep, though, like, I'm talking, he got dudes stumbling all, bruh. He beat him he embarrassed him. He couldn't touch him. He was making dudes swinging and all over the place and just, I mean, he had them all over the place. Embarrassing. Had him looking foolish. Couldn't touch him. I'm right here, bro. Could you imagine being this close and you can't touch me? I'm that close to you and you cannot. What? What? You can't even get a good body shot on me. Like, you can't even get a good jab on my chest. Like, what is this? Willie Pep was nice. Yeah. Sweet Pea, they didn't give Sweet Pea some of them fights because he was black. They did not want to give Sweet Pea those W's. They didn't. Could you imagine if Pernell Whitaker would have wins over Oscar De La Hoya and Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.? Think about that. Think about that. If Pernell Whitaker, Sweet Pea, rest in peace, if he had wins, if instead of him getting a draw or an L, if they would have been W's, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. That would have been so big for his career. I mean, obviously he was dropped. Obviously he was dropped. But I think those would have. I think if he would have got the W's, that would have took him. And he would have got the credit that he deserved. He would have got a whole lot more, because he deserved, even while he was alive, he deserved a lot more credit, even for how he performed in those fights. Just how he made those fighters look. He deserved a lot more credit, and he didn't get it. So sucks though. It sucks for my boy. Good looking, George. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I think Floyd didn't fight Costa Zoo because he wasn't finna do what Zab did. Floyd is not a fighter's fighter. Floyd is the type of dude, like, he showed that I'm not going to do it your way. I'm going to do it my way. And I'm going to make it work. But for it to work for Floyd, he had to be super dedicated. He had to hone his craft like that. He had to do that to be who he set out to be. He wasn't finna go over there and fight Costa Zoo. He wanted to fight where it's comfortable. He wanted to fight where all odds are in his favor. And if they were not in his favor, he wasn't doing it. How many times Floyd fought overseas? Been a champion of the world multiple times. How many times Floyd fought overseas? Don't worry, I'll wait. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for an answer. Babies. Exactly. Floyd didn't fight overseas. He always fought where the odds were in his favor. He fought where it was best for him. And that's the blueprint everybody used today. They fight when it's best for them. They're not going to fight because it's legacy and they want to be known as. They're not doing that no more. That day is over. So all these excuses, I mean, it sucks that everybody is going to have to tune in to about damn near 2 hours to get to this point. But these fighters are all mostly prima donnas. So when y'all watching these videos and these interviews and these fighters are saying stuff and you got the PBC's side saying that one side is the other side is lying, that's what they're supposed to say. They're not gonna tell you the God honest truth. You gotta figure it out. That's why I don't make videos every time fighters say something, because I want to make sure I got the whole facts right. Because if I make a video just because the fighter say something and then something else come out to prove that that's a lie, then I end up looking stupid. Been there, done that. Not trying to do that no more. So all I'm telling y'all is do more research. When you hear this, when you hear that, maybe it might not be no direct information you can find right away, but maybe you need to sit back and watch a little bit, see what happens. That's why you don't get videos from DT3 that much like that. Because DT3 sitting back and watching. I want to wait and see what they're going to do. I want to wait and see what's going to happen. All right, this person say this. Okay, this person say that. That's really what I'm on for real. So I'm not here to just sit up here and just bash somebody because so-and-so said this, so-and-so said this. Bottom line, nobody is trying to fight Crawford. If they really wanted to fight Crawford, they would have. Crawford got a belt. That's a chance for a unification, and you get closer to being undisputed. If you care about a legacy and doing something in the sport and not just basically holding on, you would do that. But these dudes want to hold on to their fame as boxers and hold these belts as long as they can and try to do whatever they're going to do. Because they don't care about having a legacy in the sport. So, some of you guys are too biased to realize that. And it drives me nuts. But that's what I'm for. Now, in closing, before I get out of here, I'm going to say this. So, for those that's going to stay, you in for another treat. Because I'm going to go back to my bullshit. Shout out IOTBA. IOTBA is one of the most underrated YouTubers on YouTube. And a lot of YouTubers, you fake ass YouTubers that talk shit about IOTBA, when IOTBA got more interviews than me, D. Jefferson, Marks, Two Hands, Myron Magnus, Bruce Vane, Black Horseman. He has more interviews than all of us combined with actual boxers. How many Earl Spence interviews y'all got that's talking shit about IOTBA? I ain't gonna say no names because I don't know all the people that's talking about it. How many of y'all got interviews with Earl Spence? How many of y'all got interviews with Virgil Ortiz? How many of y'all are in the boxing gyms talking to prospects and up and coming fighters and contenders? How many of y'all? And yet y'all want to give flack to IOTBA. IOTBA is the most underrated YouTuber on YouTube. Gets interviews like it's nothing. Got people that we all talk about on speed dial. And yet he getting all the... Y'all better leave my bro alone. Y'all better leave bro alone. For real, for real. And in closing, like I said, Bruce Vane is my guy. And I'm going to look out for my guy. It's only so much I'm going to let people say about him. And I don't want to make... I'm telling y'all, those that say shit, please be informed. Because I don't want to make videos about people. I'm not trying to go back to old school DT3 where I'm making whole 10-minute segment videos about niggas. Where I'm studying your YouTube channel and I'm just going to bash your shit. I don't want to go back to that. I like being the new DT3 where I'm cool. And I talk about boxing, I talk about little shit, and that's that. But please don't get it twisted. The old school DT3 will come back real quick. Real quick. All right? And as far as, like I said about me and IBFP, aka Boxing Nuke, I told y'all before earlier, it's no beef. We all vegans over here. It's no beef. We all vegans. It's just I wanted you to see that fucked with me, Nuke. And I wanted you to see my face. I'm not no fake bitch ass nigga like the other niggas you've probably fucked with on YouTube. I'm not them dudes. If you got a problem, you come talk to me, you holler at me, and we squash it and we continue our business on YouTube and we holler at that shit. We handle that shit, excuse me. But the way you went about it with me, I don't feel it and I don't respect it. And I'm here to put a check on that shit right here, right now. And if you have an issue with that, feel free, send me an email, and then we can talk via email. But I wanted you to see that what you did and the way you went about it, it messed with me. That hurt me. And if I did something that hurt you or made you feel some type of way, I'm man enough to look you in the eye and apologize, and at the same time not make that same mistake going forward. But if I do something that you don't like or you don't agree with, and your defense mechanism or your way of dealing with it is to just run the fuck off or to cut me off like I'm just a bad seed or some shit, no, I don't feel that. And I'm speaking up on that. And that pissed me off, and I don't respect it, and I don't feel you for that. But like I said, it's no beef. I'm not like finna go do hella extra. I just felt like to express that, to see my face and how I really felt about that shit. And you can't see that on the email. And I apologize for having to go public on a live to display that, but I felt like that was the only way for you to get the message because I couldn't send you a video on Twitter. Because that's how I really would have did it. I just sent you a video on Twitter, but we all know I'm in Twitter jail, so I can't do that. So this is the best way I knew how to actually engage you and possibly get a response, because I won't get a response if I come to your channel and leave a comment, won't get no response. No, I won't get a response if I leave a comment on your community page. Nah. But if I get the people to see that I'm addressing you publicly, then I'm probably gonna get some type of response via email. I repeat, this ain't no beef. We vegans over here. Just wanted to express how I felt about the distance between me and Boxing Nuke. And no, I'm not subscribed to his channel because I don't fuck with nobody that I'm not gonna fuck with you harder than you fuck with me. So I unsubscribed because I saw that I was giving you more attention, or I was willing to give you more time than you was willing to give me. And I felt like that wasn't a fair exchange. And we've always been 100. But that's how I feel about that. All right, still love you, noob. I still want to do videos with you. I still want to do streams with you. I still want to do shit with you. But we got to be better, bro. We got to be better. Not just you, we, both of us. You feel me?